Hi, everybody, and welcome to the No Depression Sessions. We're here at Chelsea Studio in Manhattan right now with Eugene from Gogol Bordello. Eugene, thanks for joining us.
What's happening, man? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to see you. We've been crossing paths a lot recently. We've been crossing paths a lot over the last decade, really.
Yeah.
And it's very, very great to have you in this context here in the studio. We're about to hear two songs from We Mean It, Man. And what's coming up first today?
I think let's go in with Ignition. You know, that's one of the key tracks on the record. Yeah, this is a stripped down version, but do check it out.
The road has a nasty slit. I'm laying frozen on a back seat, but your hand is on the wheel, and that's all I need. And that's a feeling that we call alright. And that's a feeling that's gonna last all night. And that's a feeling that's gonna last all day when no friend comes to pull you out of a frame. If the system's on both sides of the ocean couldn't break our devil, you love devotion. Couldn't poison our hearts with competition. It is you I ask to handle the ignition. Is there a quiet place that we can go? Your hand is on a wheel, it already knows. Angelic faces of a fallen upstarts, smuggling friendship like forbidden lost arts. And that's a feeling that we call alright. And that's a feeling that's gonna last all night. And that's a feeling that's gonna last all day when no friend comes to pull you out of a frame. You're the systems on both sides of the ocean couldn't break our devil, you love devotion. Couldn't poison our hearts with competition. It is you I ask to handle the ignition. Times, lights of big cities were still ahead, and other legends happened way before we met. There were times like now when we lick each other's scars, and there will be the times we'll disappear like morning stars. But if the systems on both sides of the ocean couldn't break our devil, you love devotion. Couldn't poison our hearts with competition. It is you I ask to handle the ignition. That's a feeling that's gonna last all night. And that's a feeling that's gonna last all day when no friend come to get you out of a fray.
Thank you for the music, man. It sounds fantastic.
Thank you.
Always enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I want to talk a bit about, since this is on No Depression, a roots music journal, I want to talk about some of the variety of roots that have come together to inspire the sound of Gogol Bordello, from the Ukrainian roots, the Romani roots, the Latin roots, all this mixture that came together in the Lower East Side of New York City. Can you tell us a little bit about all of that variety of backgrounds that came together to form this band?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of pretty much described some of its main elements, but it's everything is kind of like the absorbing the elements of rootical music from our origins is kind of just a natural process. It was not like let's bake a cake. It's going to be a little like this and like that. It's just kind of what's in our blood, and I noticed a very interesting process that was going on for some years before I started Gogol Bordello. Like, I've been here since 1990 in the States, and first decade I was playing in punk and hardcore bands and industrial and electronic, had a stack of synthesizers making electronic music, and it wasn't anything that was in particularly drawn from our heritage. It was more of a process when time has gone that I started on molecular level missing some of those rootical components. That's when it took a direction towards Gogol Bordello, chapter of my life, which became kind of Romani and some kind of, I would describe it as kind of pan-Eastern European music. Of course, Ukrainian being part of it, but also melodies from Balkan area. And the thing is about it is, it's not really, I wouldn't consider ourselves by any means any kind of folk band, as they say, because folk is something where people take basically melodies from old times and write new lyrics to it, which is a great way to go, sure, but it's just not what we do. Everything we did was kind of more inspired by Bela Bartok and kind of re-envisioning of Eastern European music, and even Balkan techno kind of was a rapidly evolving direction at that time. It was kind of basically taking hyper energetic, hyper maniacal Romani music from Romania and in Hungary and kind of making it buck wild with digital sound. That was kind of one of biggest influences on Gogol Bordello, which is for people in the universe of Gogol Bordello, it's self-evident and it's understood. But those who have not cracked the case yet, sometimes they're just kind of wow, why is this song 15 minutes long? It's because it's gypsy punk rave, that's why. Because techno is essential part of Gogol Bordello,
Yeah, when you're talking about having back in the day, back in the 90s, having a stack full of synthesizers and going to town on Balkan dance, Balkan rave music, that's I think more evident on We Mean It Man, that there's even more of a synth and more of an electronic influence than I have known in the past. I've been a fan of your band for 20 years, and this new sound is really interesting to me. Can you talk a little bit about what you were feeling inspired by instrumentally and sonically for We Mean It Man?
Yeah, sure thing. We never made a same record twice. It's always been swashbuckling process from one record to another. Just put on first song of any one of them, you'll see that it sounds like a quite drastically different. Which is, newness, ongoing newness is Gogol Bordello's way. Even the structure of the band, the way it evolved, it's there's core members and then there's people who come in, from another project and have a kind of a, semi number of years in the band, and then they either go back to their project or continue with something else. And which ensures perpetual newness of the band. And it's in the matrix of the band's idea. And yeah, actually, the electronic part has already been thickly layered in our sound. If you listen to Gypsy Punk's record, Immigrant Punk is a programmed track. I don't know, people just maybe don't clock it sometime, but it's fully synthesized. There's electronic loops all over that record, and at that time, our bass player came from a drum and bass world. And we were always making music that's kind of kind of a new unpredictable hybrid of something. And on this album in particular, it kind of bubbled up to the surface because all the electronic elements that we've been playing for years in our show and been entrancing audiences into this particular kind of gypsy punk techno that we accumulated. Live, it's been working for years, but it never really bubbled to the like super surface in our sound. With the exception of Gypsy Punk's record that had some place in there, but this record in particular was like that because there was a little story of kind of touching base with the synth land. The gateway track, the gateway collaboration track that led up to this record was a track we did with Bernard Sumner from New Order and Joy Division, obviously. And, that those being some of my favorite bands of all times, and especially Joy Division. And, collaboration like that, it was really, really actually like a revelation in a certain sense to see how well those two universes bridge together. I mean, Bernard started out with contributing singing to the track, but then brought on some synth and then mixed the track, and I was like, yo, this is the blueprint of new chapter in Gogol Bordello life. And to ensure we don't fuck it up, I called Nick Launay, kind of a mastermind who wove the spider web of post-punk sound for decades, starting with PIL and Killing Joke and Gang of Four, and continuing on with with Midnight Oil and Birthday Party, actually earlier on, and Yeah Yeah Yes and Nick Cave, Refused, and many other super vital bands. Emil and the Sniffers, most recently. So you feel me, like that? I kind of wanted to make a record that kind of blends all those elements masterfully. And because for years, I met Nick some years ago at the party, and we had a blast hanging out, had a drink, talking about music, and it almost left me with an impression that we already made that record together. The hang was that good, and then I was like, wait a second, let's make that record now. Now this seems to be the right. All the elements are clicking together for Nick and his partner Adam Greenspan, known as Atom, representing straight out of the Super Collider. So we had a blast in the studio. I think it was really a right kind of right move to bring all these people together in one studio. Super psyched for this record, really psyched.
Yes, we are too. I've been listening to it a lot recently. Congratulations on the upcoming release. It's coming out in 2 weeks-ish from when we're taping this.
Yes,
and
thank
so, we'll be at the release party, and we'll see you in 2 weeks from now, when I think this video comes out that day. So we'll see our future selves and you at the release party as well. And we'll look forward to more music in this session. Right now you're playing like the most stripped down, the most straightforward stripped down version of these songs, just solo acoustic here. There are all sorts of production layers on it, and I highly recommend that everybody please check out the album itself, but also enjoy what we're doing here today in the studio. And
yes, because of course these are super stripped down versions, but one of the key elements of Gogol Bordello is that the song has to stand on its own in a bonfire style. Then we take it to the next level with the orchestration and further arrangements, and everybody chips in and co-writes. But it has to be, what you're hearing is the bare bones of that of the bare bones of gypsy punk rave, the premix.
It's there. You guys did
prequel.
it great. Thank you for the music here today. Thank you for the record as well. And what do you want to do second here today in this session?
Yeah, this is a song that is from a ballad land. I usually do it with Grace Berger, our friend and artist on our label on Gogol Records. Phenomenal songwriter here from New York City. I usually do it with her. It's a duet on the record with her. But she's in LA now. She's making a record. And so I'm going to do it by myself. And yeah, hopefully get it up to the level.
Times are changing when they're not the person you were, you already forgot. But like a bird on my shoulder, that's a promise of a remedy. Oh, count on me like you count to three, and your melody to get us through the morning, and send out a warning for all of us to see. Eyes are set so high in the sky, everybody watching that milk upon a fire to clock the boiling point now, like never before. All eyes are set so high in the sky, everybody talking like they are on a wire. Oh, 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 that's the way of new world. Cats are in the water, fish are on the sand, cutting up and pasting the foreign land. But like a bird on my shoulder, that's a promise of a remedy. And count on me like you count to three, and your melody to get us through the morning, and send out a warning for all of us to see. All eyes are set so high in the sky, everybody watching that milk upon a fire to clock the boiling point now, like never before. But eyes are set so high in the sky, and everybody talking like they are on a wire. Oh, oh, well, that's the way of new world. Yeah. Oh, oh, everybody watching the milk upon a fire. Yeah. Before, but everybody talking like they are on a wire. Oh, oh, that's the way of the world. You tell me how we missed that boiling point. I tell you that now that we pay all, because eyes are set so high in the sky, everybody watching the milk upon the fire to clock the boiling point now, like never before. But count on me like you count to three, and your melody to get us through the morning, and send out a warning for all of us to see.